Hello, and welcome to this session where we will review the assignments for Unit 1 of the Fire Intermediate course implementation guides. Our goal is to review the maximum grade and for all the assignments, the passing score, how we want the delivery and grading of the assignments, and we will do a brief review of each assignment to see what they are about. So these are all the assignments, and this is the maximum quantity of points you will get by solving all the assignment. Total is 100, and we have said that generally we are taking 60% as a passing score, but for this unit, since we are warming up, it will be 35%. So you don't need to solve everything. You don't even need to solve complete assignments. If you do a partial grade, we will take that into account too. And just try all the assignments you can, because it's not about the grade, it's about trying to learn. So do the most that you can. To submit your assignment, just create a compressed file with everything you want to send us. If you name your file in a standard way, pun intended, it would be better. Upload the file at our activity IG page. You can see it in the PowerPoint slide. Please do not wait until the last minute, because you know that things may happen. And if you feel blocked through the first or second week, ask for help, either at the forums or to your assigned tutor. So grading for this edition is manual, so you need to be patient with us. We are 6 tutors, but we will grade all your assignments by hand, the old-fashioned way. If you can submit early, please do that. Even if you don't have everything, we can begin helping you to learn by reviewing your work. So this is the first one. It's a JavaScript code, and it should return a US core medication request. It doesn't, apparently. So you need to enumerate which are the errors and how to fix them. And if you can, also submit the correct code. You can see the spec and the URL, and you can run the code too. Remember that everything I'm saying here is also in the PDF with all the details. So it's the same that is here, but more detailed, so you can understand better what we are asking you. The second one is a mapping assignment. So our sport apps need to get and display the active medication information for the athletes from the US core and the IPS. And we have this modeling screen, only these 6 elements display. So we want you to tell us where to find these elements in the US core medication request and the US core medication and the IPS medication. We provide you with a table so you can write your mapping in the PDF, and we want you to make it using FirePath. So you have to look at some FirePath videos and learn a little FirePath. The next one is about is in Python. We don't do a lot of Python, but it's fun to understand it. So we provide you with a code that searches a patient by family and given and retrieves all procedures, and then shows date, status, and description for these procedures. So your job is to modify the code to search by the combination mandated by US core, and also to change the program to retrieve and display all vital signs instead of procedures. So these are the URLs to know what you want to do, and the code is also there for you to run it and to modify it if you want. The fourth assignment is about terminology. It's for your clinical side. So you have to read 2 pages of a paper about screening athletes, new athletes for a team. And the goal is to download automatically from a US core or IPS server labs, vitals, and immunizations. So you need to define for both of them, taking into account that you only need the codes that are in the screening requirements, which profiles on resources to use, which codes and code system to use for each part of the screening, immunization, vital signs, and labs. Our first assignment is about architecture. There's a paper you have to read, written by other software in their blog. They define 8 patterns. We may not agree with them, but it's just a classification. We can use any classifications to think about them. And we introduce 10 scenarios. You need to select 1 pattern for each scenario and then justify your option. You actually have to write in English something, not code. And we don't need to be precise. We don't need to be, you don't need to be right. We just need to see how you think and write your thinking. The following exercise, the assignment is about C#. We provide you with a C# code. And it's similar to the Python one. You have to search a patient and retrieve allergies, name, clinical status, and verification status. This is what the code does. It works. So your job is to modify it to search by all the combinations in US core, and then change the program to retrieve all mandatory and must support elements for active clinical goals. You can download the code from that file. You need Visual Studio 2017 and .NET for 6.1 to run it. This is similar to the last one, but it doesn't work. So you need to maybe understand why it's failing and why it's not showing some mandatory must support elements and correct the code. This is for implantable devices. And our last one is another architecture assignment. You have to read an article by Care Quality. They propose a fire use case, how to use fire for something in 3 pages. And your job is to define which fire endpoints, resource types, and services from which actors you think will be required to fulfill each scenario. So we will give you 5 points for each vignette. So this is it. Remember to prepare your development environment for the next unit. Either you choose Java or C# or Node.js. We will build Fire clients and servers, and these assignments for this unit were just the beginning. We are just warming up our engines. Thank you very much.